212 degrees, that's how hot that steam is coming out. You will get a burn. Don't do it. Also, don't point it backwards towards a surface that you don't want the paint to peel off of. Because again, 212 degrees. Put your stuff on here or put it in the water bath canner. We're gonna run them for the appropriate processing time, which I believe is 10 minutes for our elevation.
If there's any sort of a failure in the process, you have to start the timer all over again.
So right now it's going up to temps, 114, 115. Try to kind of go from the side so you're not putting your hand in the steam, okay? Steam canner, this is the steam coming out. It's already vented for 1 minute. We've already started the time. It's at least 6 inches, so the end of this is further ahead than my finger. And then the other thing is you take your instant read thermometer, stick it in, and it should say 212. This stayed at the same amount, same temperature for 1 minute, and then I started our 10-minute timer. For different elevations, your boiling time will be, the boiling temperature will be different. So sea level where we are is 212. If we were at 1,000 feet or more, it'd be 210.
This doesn't have to be cooked, okay? And so you make your brine. This is a Korean radish, so it's shorter than the daikon radish, which is what I'm using today. So the Korean radish is shorter and plumper. This recipe calls for 2 pounds of radish, so this is about 2 pounds. So that's this jar, right? And the recipe makes about 1.5, a quart and a pint, right? Because it depends on the size of the fruit or the vegetable, you know, and how small or big it is, how much liquid it's actually going to displace. So for this, I like to make double the brine recipes. You have to slice it, and it really rolls a lot. So I peel an edge. My daikon is not going anywhere, and neither will my carrot if I do the same thing.
Around the glass, pay attention to how you're stomping it. If you don't have a stomper,
Most of us don't.
use what your mama gave you. You can do that way. So they all kind of can be different, but they're all essentially the same. You pack your jars the same, and you would put your leaf in there and then put your weight on top, and then you have your brine on top.
Yes, it is. And this feels really good too. You guys did a good job.
Okay. Wash all my.
Yeah, get wild, yeah.
This is how you weight it if you don't have a proper weight.
Taste it after a week. I pack this. I still make a leaf to keep everything down. It just is too parted. And then I put my weights in. I fill this to about here. Everything in. I can put my cap back on. Also, 2 little escape valves or whatever. This is where the bubbles come out, okay? So the whole point is it's trying to dump oxygen out. We don't want it coming in, we want it to come out. Which is why you guys need to make sure that you undo your lids when you go home. It may or may not rust because of the salt. You can get plastic rings if the rust bothers you. Airlock, something that will allow air to escape and collect water in here, but it won't allow air in. So there's lots of different ways.
Okay, I took 1 gallon of milk and 1 cup of yogurt, plain yogurt that had live yogurt culture in it. Okay, you heat it up to, I believe it was 180, and you stir. You don't add the yogurt yet, you just stir it. Then you have to do that for 10 minutes. 20 if you want a thicker yogurt, like a more of a Greek yogurt. Once you've done that, you let it cool down to between 108 and 112. So you have to use your little thermometer on this. So, you know, they're not very expensive. You can get them pretty cheap. Once it's cooled down, then you put it in a big, I have stainless steel bowl, something that it won't react with. That cup of yogurt, they say pour it into a little amount. I mix it all together with my wire whip, and then I had this maker, this yogurt maker, so I poured some in each of these, and then I have an Instapot. I've used it so much. Our plate, this one did 6 hours, and this one did 8 in the Instapot, and this one did 6 in this pot. Because once they were done, you just immediately refrigerate them. Probably 15, 20, well, you know, prep stuff. 10 to 15 minutes of actually actual hands-on work